Hello everyone, welcome to Dikshant classes. Good afternoon everybody. Today I am going to teach about the offences and penalties under Consumer Protection Act 2019. First is punishment for false and misleading advertisements. Under Section 89 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019, any manufacturer or service provider who promotes false or misleading advertisements will be punished with imprisonment for a term that may extend to 2 years with a fine that may extend to 10 lakh rupees. Next is punishment for manufacturing, selling and distributing spurious products. Under Section 91 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019, that any person who sells, manufactures or distributes spurious product shall be punished for such acts. Next is punishment for manufacturing, selling, distributing products containing adulterants. Under Section 90 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019, any person who sells, manufactures, distributes products containing adulterants shall be penalized in case of the circumstances given. Next is punishments for manufacturing and selling and distributing product containing adulterants. If the adulterant product does not cause any injury to the consumer, the term for imprisonment will be extended to period of 6 months and the fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees. If you are selling the adulterant products and not cause harm to the consumer, then imprisonment is extend to 6 months and fine may be extended to 1 lakh rupees. If the product contain adulterants and cause injuries not amounting to the greatest hurt, then imprisonment will extend to period of 1 year and fine which may extend to 3 lakh rupees. If the product contain adulterants and injury amounting to the grievous hurt, then the term for imprisonment will be extend to period of 7 years and fine which may extend to 5 lakh rupees. If the product results in the causing death to the consumers, then the terms for the imprisonment will be for a period of 7 years, which may extend to the life imprisonment and fine not less than 10 lakh rupees. It means that the product resulting cause death to the consumer, then the term for imprisonment will extend to 7 years and which may extend to life imprisonment and not less than 10 lakh rupees. Next is misleading advertisements. The Consumer Protection Act 2019 empowered the Central Consumer Protection Authority with the strict provisions to impose a penalty on a manufacturer or an endorser up to 10 lakh and imprisonment up to 2 years or false misleading advertisement. In case of subsequent offence, the fine may extend to 50 lakh and imprisonment may go to 5 years. And further, the Central Consumer Protection Authority also prohibit the endorsers, including actors or sports persons, act of misleading advertisements or endorsing that product or services for a particular 1 year. For every subsequent offence, the period of provision may extend to 3 years. However, there are certain exceptions where endorsers not be liable such penalty. Next is consumer benefits from the Consumer Protection Act 2019. First is unfair contract. The Act introduced unfair contract under Section 2 of Section 46 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019, which includes contracts requiring excessive security deposits to given by consumers for performance of contractual obligations. However, the inclusion of unfair contracts in the Act would enable the consumer to file complaint. In such a case, it would keep the fraudulent business in check. Territorial jurisdictions. The Act enables the consumers to file complaints where they reside or personally work for gains. Thus, to benefit. The Act enables the consumers. The Act enables the consumers to file The Act enables the consumers to file complaints where the complainant reside or personally work for gain, thus would benefit to the consumer in seeking redressal for the grievances when their rights have been violated. False and misleading advertisement. The Act defines the term false and misleading advertisement, also lay down strict penalties for such act and omissions. Product liability. The term product liability has been defined by this Act, which states that it is the duty of the product manufacturer, service provider, or seller to compensate for any harm caused to a consumer by such defective product manufacturer or service provider to the consumer. Mediation and alternative dispute resolution. The Act enables the consumers to opt for mediation and alternative dispute resolution. The Act enables the consumer to opt for a mediation and alternative dispute resolution mechanism, speedy and effective settlement of consumer disputes. E-filing of complaint. The Act also facilitates e-filing of the complaints and also seeking video conference hearing by the Commission, thus providing convenient means for the consumer to voice their grievances. Next is Consumer Protection Act 1986 or Consumer Protection Act 2019. No separate regulator in the Consumer Protection Act 1986. In 2019, Central Consumer Protection Authority is to be formed. A complainant could be filed in a consumer court where the seller defendant office is located. And in this case, the consumer can be filed in a consumer court where the complainant resides or works. No provisions the consumer could approach a civil court but could approach a civil court but not a consumer court. Consumer can seek compensation for harm caused by the product or service. In district 20 lakh rupees, state 20 lakh to 1 crore or above 1 crore national level. In the district up to 50 lakh and 50 lakh to 2 crore in the state level, about 2 crore national level. No provisions of e-commerce. All the rules of the direct selling extending to the e-commerce. No legal provision of medicine sales. Court can refer to for settlement through mediation. Thank you so much for listening carefully. If you have any doubt, any query, you can comment in the comment section. I will surely make video. Thank you so much.